Since I managed to mount this and the one in the office into the ceiling, I have an excess of C-stands, so I gotta have a place to put all of these. I'm thinking utilizing the beams. Är det tomtar på loftet?
Hur breda blir de om vi sätter 3 stycken?
4.
4.
5.
5?
Nej, jag vet inte.
De är bra.
Ja, perfekt.
This is what I call the last touch.
Ta-da! Känner du dig nöjd?
Ta-da!
Doesn't take up that much space. Looks incredibly good. If you don't know where I post the announcement of my Q&As, it's on my Instagram. I can drop a link, or not a link, but give me a follow if you want to join in on the even more behind the scenes than the vlogs. Are we going to see a collaboration with Peter Mckinnon anytime soon? I would love to. Peter, if you're up for it, hit me up. Are you planning a collaboration with any other content creator? Yes. Are you still actively freelancing, or do you think you've become more of a full-time YouTuber? I would not call myself a freelancer. I have not done any client videos in the last year, so I would say I'm a YouTuber. Why are you so damn handsome? I don't know, but I like it. Which MacBook are you currently using, and are you planning to switch to M1 Pro or Max? I'm currently using the 16-inch 2020 MacBook Pro, fully spec'd out. Since I managed to break the screen on it, unfortunately, I am upgrading to the M1 Max. What is your go-to lighting kits? It totally depends on the use, but if I'm on the go, I would probably choose the PavoTube's 30X Mark II. If you had to choose between the Sony a7S III or the FX3, which one would you pick? Tough choice, a7S III. What program do you use to edit your photos? Lightroom. What are your export settings for video? I just hit share, export, and that's it. What are your thoughts on the Canon M50? I have not tried that camera, but what I've read online, it seems like a good camera. Best drone on a tight budget. Totally depends on how tight your budget is, because if you're a filmmaker and you're on a tight budget, then that budget can be pretty high, but I would say DJI Mini 2. How is your arm now? I would say that it's probably back to like 98% of previous functionality, not 100. But I am having the strength and all that in the arm, so I'm not feeling any, how do you say, complications from the surgery. Advice for someone who is thinking about committing to YouTube fully. Create as many videos as you can with all the spare time that you have, because YouTube requires a lot of practice, but also consistency. How did you get so good at talking to the camera? Do you script anything in your videos? This is a very tough question, because I think like becoming good at talking to the camera is all about practice. It's not something that you do overnight or over a couple of weeks or over a couple of months. It totally depends on how comfortable you are in speaking the language that you're about to talk to the camera as well. But a lot of people, they start the camera and then they feel obligated to say something because the camera is rolling. And as I've said in a bunch of my older videos, and also what I'm diving deeper into in my YouTube course that is coming later this month, if everything goes as planned, I really hope so. The camera is just there to record what you're doing, but no one gets to see anything that you've recorded unless you actually decide so. So it kind of boils down to practice, practice, practice. What has been the most essential part at staying productive at your desk? First is putting my phone on the charger. Second thing is having the camera here and the top-down shot right here. Because being able to have the camera here in the studio at all times has been a game changer. I mean, like when I arrive to the studio, I can just go here, hit the record button, start talking to the camera, record the videos that I'm about to do, and then boom, jump over, start editing. If there's something that I need to add to the video, I can just take the memory card, record that, and then back to the video. So it makes the entire workflow extremely, extremely productive whenever I'm recording videos. Do you believe that you will be a filmmaker for life, or do you think that you will change your job? Honestly, I don't know. I think that being a filmmaker is more about being creative. You know, you don't have to actually record the video that you see, because you can be the storyteller or the scriptwriter or the director or anything that is involved within making films. And I certainly think that I will be making something that is creative. I'm not entirely sure that if it's going to be films, but yes, I would probably say that I'm going to be a filmmaker for the rest of my life. Teleprompter, yes or no? I've never used a teleprompter in my life. How do you regain creativity when you lose it? Try to focus on what is fun and make fun stuff. Do you have any hidden Nerf guns in your home? We have a 52 square meter apartment, so I don't have any place to actually store a Nerf gun. But when I get a house. What do you think about the Sony ZV-E10? Probably a great camera. Have you ever felt the need to move somewhere else, like USA, Canada, and UK? I would say that when I started my channel, I felt that Gothenburg did not have anything to offer. You know, I was watching Casey and Peter and Maddie, and they had like buildings in the big cities. And for me, it felt very like larger, very much larger than life. And it wasn't something that I thought I could achieve in my own town. But the more I've been walking around Gothenburg, I've kind of realized that it's not about where you are, it's about what you're using to tell the story that you're about to share. Right now, I don't feel that I want to move anywhere else because I'm really comfortable living here in Sweden. But who knows? Maybe live in a warmer country for a few months of the year. That would be something. And then move back to Sweden. What is the one thing that you couldn't live without in your office? PC, camera. What is the one thing? You knew it. Nerf guns.